Hello everybody and welcome back to Kitchen Science. Today on the channel I'm going to show you how to up your brisket game by taking your smoky and dry brisket flat and making it super juicy and super tender with a method that anybody can use. So for a lot of people around the US and other places in the world, getting an entire brisket and breaking it down and getting a really high quality one is kind of difficult to do. For some of you, from what I've read in the comments, you don't even have the ability to go ahead and get a proper point. So a lot of you are able to go ahead and go to your local Walmarts or your local grocery stores and you pick up brisket flats and you cook them and you try them and they're just dry. They're smoky, but they're very, very dry and they don't leave a lot to be desired. You don't want to go back and you don't want to try them again. So I've come across this great method where you can go ahead and prepare the brisket flat, even a choice brisket flat, and you can get like brisket prime and even brisket wagyu types of flavors, types of textures, and types of juiciness. So that's what we want to go ahead and do today. And what we're going to do, we're going to use one of these. And I'm going to walk you guys through this today and how to go ahead and use this. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get our brisket. All right, everybody, if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you've probably noticed this piece of brisket flat here. A few weeks ago, I went ahead and did the ultimate brisket point cook, and this is the flat left over from that cook. So today we're going to go ahead and take this. We are going to inject it with smoked beef tallow, and then we're going to get it on our egg. We're going to cook it up, and it's going to be super juicy, super tender, and super umptuous. You'll notice that on some of these parts we have some fat that's a little bit too thick, and on other areas the fat's a little bit too thin. So what we want to do is try to get this nice and consistent. So we want our top to go ahead and be about 1/4 of an inch thick, and we're starting to get there. And you know, take your time when you're doing this.
You don't need to spend a ton of time to make this perfect. Just get the fat cap about 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch thick. Get all the extra straggler pieces off. Get rid of the silver skin and make it nice and aerodynamic. So this is our smoked beef tallow we made a few weeks ago. We're going to go ahead and pop the tap off, and I'm going to show you how this is supposed to look. It's supposed to look nice and creamy and soft. I pulled it out of the refrigerator last night so that could go ahead and occur. Also, check the card up above. It'll show you how to make it. And this is our barding needle we're going to go ahead and use. We're going to fill this sucker up. Make sure to leave about 1/2 inch of gap there so that when you put the plunger in, not all of the excess fat goes ahead and shoots out. Now it's time to inject the fat into the muscle of the brisket. When you're doing this, go ahead and go from the underside of the fat. Don't go through the fat. Then too much of it will leak out and you won't get a good bark. When you're putting this in, you want to make sure that you're going with the grain. Push it in until you start to see little bits and pieces start to shoot off, like that little one right there. And you'll know that the cavity is nice and full. I ended up putting about 6 ounces of beef tallow into this entire piece, and it ended up coming out great. So this is our standard rub of 2 parts fresh ground black telecherry peppercorns, 1 part kosher salt, and 1/2 part of garlic powder. Don't be too concerned about the excess fat sitting here. We want to go ahead and use as much of this fat as we can. So we want to rub it into the meat. Make sure that you rub it in on both sides and on all of the edges as well. Not only will this give us a great additional extra smoky flavor, but it'll also help some of the seasoning to go ahead and stick a little bit better so we get an even better bark. Now it's time to get our seasoning on with our trusty seasoning shaker. Make sure that you're doing an even coat on all sides and on all the edges as well. We're going to let this sit for about 45 minutes to an hour while we fire up the egg.
All set up and ready to go. I've got my battery backup. I've got my egg attached right here. She's locked all the way in. I've got all the probes attached. As soon as the grill is ready to go, I'll go ahead and I will pop this into the meat. We're shooting for 170 degrees first, and we want to go ahead and set the egg up to be right around 250 degrees. All right, everybody, we are ready to go. The egg's at temp is 250 degrees. We've got our thermometer sitting in the thickest part of the meat on here. We're going to go ahead and pop the egg open. We want to go ahead and take the thickest part of this and put it towards the back because that's where a lot of the heat's going to go ahead and rush up on this. Now we're going to let this sit at 250 degrees for the first 2 hours, and we're going to come up and check on it and see how it is. All right, everyone. It says that the egg's at temp. Let's go ahead and try it out. Ooh, wait, look at that. That looks amazing, doesn't it? Oh, it's definitely hard as a rock, but we got some great evap cooling going on. We are sitting at 158, 160, 173 down here on the thin end,
166. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this. We're gonna do a foil boat again. We're gonna use some of our smoked beef tallow. We're gonna get it in here. Oh yeah. Put on up. And remember, we foil boat so that we can go ahead and keep all this juice and still get the top to get nice and barky. So we're gonna put it back in. We're also gonna turn the temperature up to 285 degrees. All right, everybody, we are at temp. Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, that looks fantastic. Look at that. Move the camera a little bit. Look at that. That looks amazing. Let's go ahead and check this temperature out. Oh, look at that. Goes in ever so effortlessly. All right, there we go. It's going in my toaster oven. It's at 150 degrees. And we're gonna let this sit in here for 24 hours. All right, it's been 24 hours and it is time to pull this brisket out. Wow, look at that flop factor. This looks like it's gonna be really, really good. So the bark on this brisket looks amazing. It's set really, really well. It barely comes off. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of this liquid gold poured on here before I start cutting it up. Oh my goodness, this smells so amazing. This smells so amazing. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That is really, really juicy. Got a lot of stuff coming out of there. This would be our burnt end, so let's give it a try. Oh my God, that is so good. The amount of juice coming out of there is amazing. Look at that. We're able to go ahead and get it nice and barky. Let's cut the other side as well. Yeah, I'd say that's good. And there's our floppy sandwich meat right there. This is awesome. My goodness, that is so good. Smoked beef tallow injected brisket flat. Look at the bark on there. It's amazing. This came out super juicy, super tender, super floppy, as you can go ahead and see. It's super juicy. It's super tasty. I really am enjoying it. I love the flop that I got out of here. It's wonderful. Next time, I think I'm not going to let it rest as long. I think 24 hours is a bit too much. I think what I might go ahead and try for is maybe 16 or 18 and see if I can get a similar quality product. Anyways, if you like this kind of content, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, please go ahead and put them down below. And as always, have a great barbecue week.